All
being,
promotion is good promotion.
yes, sir. So with that being said, Boog Peso, welcome to the Pachyderm Podcast.
I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
So let our folks know a little bit about yourself.
I'm Boog Peso, born and raised in the Bay, San Francisco. I represent the whole Northern California now as the beginning of last year. Um, uh, I do promotions, I do marketing, advertisements, artist development, and model slash dancer agency. So I'm all across the board when it comes to entertainment. I DJ also, and I break a lot of people records and help them get off from the ground and get them in a better situation.
So what inspired you to want to get into the promotion game, the entertainment nightlife game? What inspired you to throw your hat in that ring?
I started off as a party goer at a young age. And I just seen my mom's always go out to like the bars and shit. That was her getaway time.
Mm.
So as me growing up, I just took heed to it, and it put me in a different environment from what everybody else was doing. Especially coming up as a kid in San Francisco, that was my outlet to see outside of my 4 or 5 block radius. So it helped me expand my wings and see other places and see other meet other people that will that eventually will cross paths with in the near future. And as a party goer, I will always be asked, "Hey, Boog, where the next party at? You know where it's at tonight? Where's going on?" And I will always know. And sure enough, everybody would be at the same particular event that night, and we just have a good time. Yes, back then it was crazy and all that shit. So and I was just paying attention to the person that threw the party instead of just being all in there dancing and acting a fool. So that what got me motivated to do it. Now, what got me started was when we go to these clubs with white owners, and the management can be black or white. It ain't no real racial issue with the black or white as far as management, but it's white. Majority time it's white ownership. I understand the chain of command and how they want their club to be ran, and I would just see how us minorities, us us urban and black melanin people would get treated when we in the lines and trying to get into these clubs in San Francisco, of course. And in San Francisco is they program is 4 to 1, so it can be racially four of anybody else to one black person.
Mhm.
And I just saw that, and that bothered me. Now, dealing with artists, I saw how artists were just getting treated all across the Bay Area. Artists might come, security won't know the artist, security talking crazy to the artist talking crazy back, the manager playing favoritism on who let in, who not to let in. And it was just crazy to me that these type of people or these upcoming artists at that time was getting treated like this. Cause I was looking at a lot of Bay Area artists as damn near superstars.
Mhm.
So I seen how Keith got treated when he was first coming up. I seen how Fab got treated when he was first coming up. And I see how Filthy still get treated till this day.
Absolutely.
And these are the biggest names in the Bay Area that really represent for what we do and what we go through. So I decided to step forward and to show people we not who y'all think we are, as far as the way we act, the way we dress, the way we go about partying, and the way we interact with people. So 5 years ago, I decided to contact you, of course, and to see and look for investors. And you took a chance on me, and we made magical happen. We proved everybody wrong that
So,
us
I mean,
us urban us
talk
black
to some of the
African.
people that talk about some of the people you brought through, bro, to the Bay, like to Oakland specifically though, because like you said,
Okay,
usually
so
it's San Jose, it's San Francisco. Folks ain't even
yeah,
really trying to check. You was bringing folks to downtown Oakland, bro.
yeah, we was getting there. So when artists come to the Bay Area, they only go to two places. You either going to San Jose or you going to San Francisco. Now, if you go to San Jose, it's a lot of shit that San Jose, you getting pulled over, you getting harassed by the police. You're not going to be getting treated well. They're going to tell you can't come in because of the way you dress. They're going to tell you can't come in because you got on too many chains. You can't come in because you got gold teeth in your mouth. You can't come in because you got a big face rollie that got big diamonds in it. You just too flashy. San Francisco, they just complete assholes. And it be too many politics that's go on in San Francisco. So I had to show and prove everybody wrong that I can bring these type of people to the Bay Area and to Oakland specifically, and at New Caribbean City at that.
Hmm.
One of the so-called worst clubs in the Bay Area to be at, the ratchet club to be at, but I turned that whole scenario all the way around.
You changed the culture, bro. Straight up.
Come on, man. I took it took a minute, but we got it to where it was supposed to be. My whole narrative was to change everything around. Give people warning of how to come out. Give people warning to give them an idea of what to expect when they get to this door. That's why I always be on Instagram. I'm always talking shit to let people know. It's plenty of ways to communicate with the universe. But in my universe and the people, the crowd that I cater to, this is the way I talk to them. Mm-hmm. And they take heed to it. Like, okay, Boog, you ain't playing. Yeah, you want me to come dress? Yeah, okay. Let me know. Go find me a nice outfit. Okay, how much is it? I see you. I let you know how much it is. So be expected to pay that 40, to pay that $30. I'm gonna give you a experience. It's not just about going out. It's not just about clubbing. It's about the experience that I'm about to give you that you cannot get nowhere else. I'm gonna give you your respect. I'm gonna make you feel safe. I'm gonna make you have a good time, and I'm gonna make you forget whatever the fuck it is that you've been going through all week to get ready for next week and to deal with that whatever else you got going on outside of this.
That's that full circle as you was talking about your mom with that outlet, bro. You literally you internalized that and recreated it. That's what's the trip.
Absolutely.
What do you consider a successful event? What's a successful event for Boog?
A successful event for me is no drama whatsoever. Mm-hmm. No arguing, no fights, nobody getting hurt, nobody going to jail. Everybody having a good time, smiling, laughing, people meeting new people, artists meeting other artists, and networking with a group of people that can benefit from each other. And that be my thing. That's another thing that I really take heed to, is to make sure people is networking inside of my events. Okay, this artist from San Francisco, this artist from Oakland, they don't really cross paths like that. So this is the perfect time to make sure they can connect and they can feed off of each other. Mm-hmm. Just like you, Brother D, you do all type of shit. You got life coaching, you got this, you got that. Boom. I know a lot of male and females that need help in that particular area. So why not introduce you to this girl here or this person here? You know? So it's all about networking and enjoying life, man. Where you ain't really gotta worry about somebody trying to sneak you, or you gotta worry about looking over your shoulder the whole time. My parties is a place where you come, you feel safe, you feel comfortable, and you let your hair down, man. And at the end of the night, I'll make sure you get home safe.
Now you make it look easy. I've seen the look. I know the behind the scenes. I know the
Oh my
inner work,
God.
which is why my role has always been Boog. Just let me know what I need to do. I'll play the background. I don't want none of them headaches I've seen you had to deal
Oh
with.
my God.
But without giving up your tips and your tricks of the trade, I got youngsters that look at this and like, they wide eyed and it looks exciting or whatever. But what goes into putting an event on, brother? Like, what's your overhead? Let them know like what goes into putting on an event.
Shit, you got it now. You before it was like it I was I was dependent on my network at when I first started. So when I first started, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have thousands of dollars to give people. So I would rely on my network. Meaning the people that I know, the people that I call friends, the people that I feel as if we can come up together. So just like Capolo, he was just fresh home,
Mm-hmm.
heard his music. I believed in him. I gave him. We sat down, talked over some business, and he didn't even want nothing. 9 times out of 10, if you create a bond, these people wouldn't even want nothing at in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But you always respect the level that they get to, and then you holler at them and just start paying your partners though. You feel me? Don't come out here with your hand out every time. Pay your partners, because your partner's gonna look out for you when it's that time.
Mm-hmm.
But now what goes into an event now? See me, I want to be on a whole nut. I want to level up every event. So I'm spending about a good 10 bands right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And what does that go towards in terms of
it goes to
facility, security,
it goes
bar
it
people?
goes to
Let
the
us
venue.
know.
You get the venue, you get the spot first. You always lock in the spot first. From the spot, if you want to get an artist, give them half a day deposit. You get them uh the travel,
Mm-hmm.
which you feel me, we used to always go through that. The travel and the hotel stay, and then you give them a criteria of things to do while they out here. You don't want them to just come out here and just sit in the hotel
Mm-hmm.
till it's time to go to the club. Um, Security, definitely security. Security is most important. And for me, I'd rather have too much security than not enough.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my big pet peeves right there. So I always give my security whatever they ask for, because I know they worth it. You can't be out here with scrawny security dudes or security that's popular that know every fucking body. Because at that time, your friends gonna try to come get in free. They
Right.
want a discount and all that shit. So what I do is I disconnect with the security that 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 know me personally and be like, oh, we partners, so it's good for me to do this, it's good for me to do that. No, you have to separate business from friendships,
Mm.
especially if you want to take, especially if you got something on the line as far as a party. If you got something on the line, like you got to make your money back, or you depending on whatever money that's coming in, you cannot mix friendship with business,
Mm.
because the friendship will always overlook the business, and you don't want to clash with your partner over a few dollars.
Right.
So for me, I separate the two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with doing parties, you have to have complete control of your emotions. You going to get cussed out. You going to be called a bitch ass nigga. You going to be called a punk, a sucker, fake, all type of shit. Cause you dealing with multiple multiple people, and you dealing with multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand, we black people, we get drunk, just the Bay Area. So it's gonna be a few people that's going to act the fool, but you gotta control yourself and you gotta be respectable at number one. Always be respectable. Don't come off with your chest poked out, cause that's when shit hit the fan.
Ego definitely not your amigo.
Yeah, definitely. Cause that's a lot of promoters poked their chest out before and got their shit caved in. I seen it. So in order for that not to escalate there, man, always be respectful all across the board. Even with females, they go off at the mouth. You gotta know how to bite your tongue and just deal with the punches.
Right.
Cause you don't know who you talking to. They don't know who they talking to. You might say the wrong thing to this particular female. You know, she got brothers, cousins, boyfriends, pimps, or whatever the fuck she might have. All it takes is one call to say, come get them.
Right.
Listen, you don't deal with that. Sweetheart, it's not worth it. Calm down. I'm gonna make sure you get in. Boom, boom, boom. Just be patient. Patience is the key, people, to doing parties. A lot of parties start at say start at 10, but don't nobody show up until 12.
Right. In addition to the club scene, you also run after hours events as well. Is that which one is more difficult for you in terms of like what's the bigger headache?
The clubs. The clubs is headaches. Like after hours, I already know what to expect. I know people coming drunk. I know it's gonna be some type of bullshit outside. But at the clubs, we're dealing with. But after hours, I have complete control.
And explain the after hours. I'm assuming everybody know what's the after hours.
So out here in the Bay, after hours, we deal with dancers, aka / strippers. It's the after hours is the party that goes on after the club. So from 12 to 5 in the morning, it's another party after you leave the club or wherever you was at. Mm-hmm. So from 12 to 5, we have live performers, we have dancers, strippers, and a whole lot of money on the floor. Mm-hmm. But after hours for me it's easier for me because I have complete control and I staff the after hours myself. Now, we're dealing with clubs. You do not have complete control. Mm. The club can shut down. The club can say no. The club can do whatever the fuck they want to do because this is their establishment. Mm-hmm. Now, with the after hours, I already have a contract in with the owners. I already have established open communication to whereas I have complete control of everything. If anything go bad, it falls back on me. Mm. It do not fall back on the venue. It falls back on me. So I make sure from the gate all the way to the bathroom that everyone see I got armed guards. We ain't taking no shit. If you attempt to do anything out of pocket, your ass will be exit to the stage left.
Straight up.
So we set the tone from outside. Soon as you pull up and see, you're going to see about 3 to 4 guards outside, all armed guards. And once you get to the guards, you get a complete shakedown. And once you get to the door, we will tell you the rules and the regulations before you even come through this motherfucker. You act a fool, you getting put out. Too much drink, you getting put out. Mm-hmm. We do not deal with the unnecessary bullshit. You argue, you get them put out. So we cut any bullshit from the gate.
Right. How important is branding? Something that I've really watched and seen you grow in over the past few years is your brand, the Boog Peso brand. Why is that important?
Branding is key. Because a lot of people don't know who I am. A lot of people haven't met me yet or seen my face. but they heard the Boog Peso brand. They see the Boog Peso logo.
Mhm.
So once branding is key, because now I don't even have to be there in order to gain traction, or to gain a new customer, follower, whatever the fuck they want to be called.
Mhm.
It's just, it helps, the imagery.
Mhm.
And once a person hear or see it, they're gonna be like, okay, now I have to check it out, because I'm hearing this name too much
Mhm.
to not be involved.
Now the flip side of that is, how do you deal with the competition? You got the Boog Peso brand. You know, the flip side of that is, man, there go
You
that
gotta
Boog
give the
Peso brand.
you gotta give the people something new, and something that's worth it, that's well worth it. See, I feel my events is well worth it, because I'm bringing it. I'm giving the people what they want. I'm bringing artists out. I'm bringing people that haven't been to the Bay at all, or to California at all. I'm giving y'all people that y'all that they want to see. Um, I'm giving y'all a program that don't nobody else have. I'm
Mhm.
giving you the concerns. I'm giving you the safety. I'm giving you the the vibes that you will want when you go to Houston, when you go to Miami, when you go to Atlanta. I'm giving you that here at home. So you won't have to always spend your money and feel as if you have to take a vacation or have to get away. When I'm giving you everything that you will want elsewhere right here at home.
Mhm. And you spoke on breaking records earlier. What goes into you choosing the artists that you do for your events or the themes? What goes behind that? Because another thing, giving you your roses, you always seem to have your thumb on the pulse of what's hot. What goes into that?
Research.
Mm.
Research, man. As for me transitioning into DJing, I already I already would have my ear to the streets as a promoter, and coming into DJ for me is, I want to be the first person that play this record. So
Mm.
I'm doing all the research on the artist. I'm doing I tell artists to send me their new music. I make posts every here and there to see who got some new music, or what upcoming artist is going to be the next hot shit. I tell them to send me their music. I listen to it, check it out, and I give them my feedback. Now, I I, I got teamed up with um Gager. I teamed up
Mhm.
with Gager. I teamed up with Thizzler. I deal with Big Von from 106 Camiel,
Mhm.
and a few other tastemakers out there, and we all just sit around and listen to artists' music, and give them feedback. Some artists pay for it, some artists don't. Um, it be all up to they management and they team. So as far as bringing records go, I give you a shot if it's hot.
Mhm.
But if it's not, I'm gonna let you know. You can take it wrong, or you can go ahead back and fix it.
Mhm.
But I'm open to working with all artists from the Bay Area. I start at home first, and then I spread my wings. But I will always put us as the Bay Area first.
Speaking of which, if you had a dream situation, where would, if you could pick any city or state, where would you set up shop? If you could, like, brand new club is opening, Bug Peso is
I
bringing it brand there,
I
where
don't
would
want
you
to
want
go
to?
nowhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want to go nowhere, big bruh.
Mm.
Um, I've been to Vegas. I've been to LA. I've been to Arizona. I've been to Reno. I've been to Portland. All that shit. It's nothing like home.
Mm-hmm.
It's extra work. You dealing with extra hands, people that you don't know, and that don't pull like my work ethic is so vicious in the way I do things. I be wanting to get it done like this. I'm at a snap of the finger. Boom. If I figure I want to do something, I'm gonna do it now. I'm not about to wait. I'm not about to try to do it. I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, they want to wait. They ain't got their money right. They be lying half the time. They don't have no following. They don't like passing out flyers. They don't like paying for posters or paying for ads. I do all that shit. I print out flyers. I pass out flyers. I buy paid ads on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm texting people all through my phone. I'm going through old guest lists. I'm going through emails, Snapchat, all that shit. Even if I have to mail you out an invitation, that's the fuck I'm gonna do.
Now the thing again, brother, with all of that you've mentioned, bro, you juggle fatherhood. How do you do it?
Fatherhood come first. Everything I do is for my child. I feel from me growing up as a child, I never thought I would make it past 33.
Mm.
I never thought of it. I thought I'd be dead or in jail, or that was just the way I from what I seen growing up. Uh I was happy to see 21. I was even happier to see 30. Now that I'm about to turn 34 in a few days, I feel as if I lived for me enough. Now I'm not just living for me now. I am the only parent for my child. I got one child, a boy that is 12 years old. His mom passed when he was 2. She died from lupus, natural cause, whatever, and all that shit. So I'm the only living parent, and I have to show my son that just because we don't have that motherly figure, I will still make it happen to as if she was here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't live for me. I live for my son. Anything I do and everything I do, I think of him first. How would this affect him?
Mm-hmm.
The money that I get from these parties is going towards my son. It's going towards the way we live in college.
And you
The
keep
co-
him involved in a lot of stuff, brother. I see the things that you post, like you expose him to a lot, and that's major, particularly at that age.
Absolutely. I do that because I didn't have a father figure in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I looked up when the way I was living is the the block was right in front of my house. I walk out the door, I'm on the block.
Mm-hmm.
So all I seen was hustlers and drug dealers, pimps and hoes. I seen shootouts, people getting shot, people dying right in front of me. I didn't want that for my son. And now this new age is everything is on the phone.
Right.
Everything, all his social communication is right here on his phone. Back in the day, we had to get kicked out. We was outside and never wanted to come back in the house.
Right.
So we want to play in the park, steal bikes, ride bikes, and do all other shit. But now in today age, I understand the social market. I understand the internet. Having access to the internet, but I still want him to be social outside
Mm-hmm.
and take full advantage of meeting other people that may one day grow up to be somebody, and he will already have that network available to him. Be like, hey, I remember you the kid that used to that play football, play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We used to read at the library. I take him to Barnes and Noble every 2 weeks to get a new book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big on academics. I'm big on sports, and I'm big on respect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now we reading about money management. That's something that I lacked throughout my whole teenage years and throughout my 20s. I never understood money management until I start promoting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to just set him up to whereas soon as he's 21 or whatever age, he can understand the world, the real world of how things work.
Mm-hmm.
And by him about to be a teenager, shit is about to get real for him.
Right.
Now I'd rather prepare him and show him from experience and with his own eyes to see how the world works now than to be oblivious and think this shit is all happy go lucky and any when nothing happened to a good kid.
I'm glad you on top of that because, bro, I'm dealing with my high school students, Bug, and it's comical, but it's sad at the same time. I got high school seniors, brother, that's graduated a year ago, and they feeling like they failures because they not making $100,000 a year out of high school, because social media has them thinking that like that's the norm. You not ball,
No,
you just graduated from high school, bro.
yeah,
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute.
it's gonna take a long minute.
Right.
Now that's why, like I said, money management is mandatory because this is things that is not taught through these curriculums at these schools, especially at public schools. We're not taught about credit. We're not taught about bank accounts. We're not taught about credit. I mean taxes. We don't get taught this shit.
I'm gonna
We
shoot.
don't
I'm
get
gonna shoot a
taught.
book to you for your son that I'm using with my little cousin. He's 10 now. Cool
Yeah,
book, bro. It's the whole. It's very tangible. I'm even getting laced by it. It's made for kids. A black person made the book, and it's just like it talks
yeah,
about
I need
all of
that.
that.
I
Yep,
need that.
I'm gonna shoot him a copy. That's gonna be from Brother D.
I appreciate you, brother D,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. But
I
yeah,
mean,
man. Coming out of high school, shit get rough. You ain't a kid no more.
mm-hmm.
And every like from experience and from growing up, and from seeing just from seeing it, it's a lot of parents out there that just be like, oh, they just kids. They kids. But once this kid turned 18, he ain't a kid no more.
Right.
So what have been taught through these kid years to now? Now you dealing with depression.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got super stressed because you don't know how to fill out a job application. You don't know how to type a resume. You don't even know where the fuck to go to find a nice paying job.
Right.
And us minorities, black people, whatever the fuck, we settle for less. We
Mm-hmm.
settle for this security job. We settle for this weak ass retail job. We settle for fucking Jamba Juice, Starbucks,
Right.
when we should have been doing that during our teenage years.
Again, this is why I appreciate what you do with your son. I took some youth to the over in the city. Remember when Moscone Center used to have the car shows all the time?
Absolutely.
I took my youngsters there, bro. We were the only black folks there, number one, right? And what
Yeah.
I was getting them to, everything I do got another added meaning behind it, right? What I had
Yes.
them look at, it was like these white fathers, these Asian fathers with their sons. They like 6 and 7, and their
Yeah.
sons are sitting behind the wheels of Bugattis, bro.
Yes.
All kind of exotic cars. I said what they're doing is they initiate they sons early. Get
Early.
used to this lifestyle. Get used to this.
Absolutely.
Yes, son. Get behind that. Because guess what? That's what you're gonna have later on. So let me get you
Absolutely.
acclimated to this early. We don't do enough of that, and that's why I say all the time, bro. Exposure is everything. That's not saying just because I took them to that car show, they're gonna end up with that. But we definitely need to
That motivated is motivation.
they was juiced because they had never seen cars like this in person. They was like,
Yeah.
and I'm telling them, you see the price of that. So I'm also asking them, now, how much do you think an oil change is on a Bugatti? Because you can't take that to
Man,
Jiffy Lube. You can't.
absolutely.
Yeah, thinking about like just how do you making money? You keep saying a key thing about management. Making the money ain't never really the problem. It's the once you
It's
get it,
managing.
how do you manage it? And that's the
E-
part where I'm really trying to work with them on. I mean, you can build, bruh, over time and really have you something stacked, but uh,
Exactly.
that's
That what it takes. That what it takes. Stacking your money is what it takes. You have to sacrifice a lot. You gotta sacrifice your wants for 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 what's the word I'm looking for?
yeah,
You gotta
your
sacrifice.
needs. Not quite
Yeah,
simply your needs, knowing the difference.
that's simple. That's simple. Especially if you want to live comfortably in your near future. You gonna have to sacrifice some time. You might have to sacrifice a year.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I sacrificed eight a whole year. I did
Mm-hmm.
construction for a whole year, just stacking my money without me really spending nothing on nothing major. I ain't bought me no new shoes. I didn't have a car. I didn't have my license. I didn't have shit. But I sacrificed that whole year to learn the trade, pick up the trade, get certified in that trade, work 8 more months in the trade as an apprentice to get to the next level. Now I made some money and I stacked up my money. Now I'm able to start moving around. I have a safety net.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm able to move around because I got a few dollars. But I know for a fact is if I start spending recklessly, I'm completely fucked. So I have to find some type of way to let my money make money to for takes money to make money. So
Absolutely.
I have to this money that I have, it has to make some type of revenue for me
Mm-hmm.
also.
With all
And
that said, another perfect segue question. So, how does what does self care look like for you, bro? What gives you joy? How do you take care of yourself with the madness of all of this, with the event planning and the promotion? Mind you, it's another thing I meant to hit on earlier. We had a pandemic, bro.
yeah,
Everything got shut down. So, what was
yeah,
that like dealing with that? How did you keep your sanity when, like, man, this is kind of my bread and butter, and everything is shut down?
man.
How do you practice self care?
First, I managed my money for the first 4 months of pandemic. I didn't do shit. I was afraid, but I was so depressed and under stress because this, like you said, this is the way I make my money. I make my money by throwing parties. And at that time, wasn't nobody, I mean, nobody, not even a hole in the walls, not no outdoor anything, no type of activities at all. Um, it was hard.
Mhm,
So we started by going to Vegas.
mhm,
Vegas was one of the first spots that was at 20% capacity.
mhm,
So at 20% capacity, we can have a okay event.
mhm.
So I said, fuck it, let's try it out. Things went left, but it brought in something.
Right.
So I came back home, and at this time, it was clubs getting foreclosed. It was uh 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 small venues, small private event spaces. They was getting ready going up for sale, and my boy, he went and caught one. So at that time, it was like either we gonna start making money out this motherfucker, or we gonna lose everything we put into it.
Mhm,
So yes, we went against the government. Yes, we went against the law and was doing illegal. It wasn't really illegal, but it wasn't permitted events.
mhm,
So with these events, yes, we made sure we had hand sanitizer. We lights on that motherfucker throughout the day. Y'all see me clean, wipe, mop everything down, and I would get on live on Instagram and Facebook just to show people the process so they can feel some type of comfort in the coming out that night.
mhm.
Yes, you got to wear masks. We have gloves, we got sanitizer, we got Lysol, we got everything you fucking need. Alcohol wipes. It's all accessible to everyone.
Mhm.
So once everybody starts seeing that, they're like, okay, well shit, since you got all that, I feel more comfortable coming out. And no, I started off doing free events and I just built it my way back up to the point where now I'm charging $40.
Mhm. And I'm
So it
glad
just
you made that move, man, because we had this talk some years back. Like, that's just gonna bring a different kind of crowd. Like, you kind of
and
don't want the
yeah,
cat that's getting into the $5 events. They ain't got
yeah,
nothing to lose.
yes. And that plays a major part. And that's why I said I'm gonna give my people experience. Because once y'all go elsewhere, You not paying $20 to get in these clubs elsewhere. You paying $50 on up.
Absolutely.
You going to Miami, you going to Atlanta. Yeah, you going. But once you get there, what are you doing? You spending like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
$100,
Right.
2,000 on bottle service.
Mm-hmm.
Why you can't do that at home? Well,
Right.
I only want half of that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But out here in the Bay, it is once again, it's just like money management. If if one person charges $20 is what we used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like $20 ain't shit. Fuck that 20. Here you go. I go in here and go fuck this. Come in here with an attitude. Here, take this 20. Shit, it can be somebody just coming in there just to look for somebody for $20.
Right.
But you put another 20 on top of that, I bet you they ass ain't gonna do that. They
Right.
gonna come in like shit. I just paid for $40. I ain't trying to just lose my 40.
Right.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
You giving them a reason to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you gotta dress nice. You give them a reason to dress up.
Right.
People don't have no reason. A lot of people don't have reason to dress up. It's I don't know the logistics, but I'm quite sure it's not a lot of black men in this area right now that has a tuxedo.
Bruh, a tie. Real talk.
In this area, from I'm gonna just give you an age demographic from 18 to 27.
Hands down. Absolutely. I know for a fact.
The only time they get a tuxedo is prom
Or funeral.
or funeral,
Yep.
and that's
Sad
fucked
to
up.
say. Yep, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We don't, and that's being out here in California. Now let's go down south. Let's go to Houston. Let's go to Atlanta. These is dominant. These is dominantly black communities.
Mm-hmm.
Is the money is black down there.
Right.
The success is black down there. The ownership is black.
Mm-hmm.
These people graduated from college or still go to college
Mm-hmm.
and own a business. Ownership, entrepreneurs. They money ain't just coming just to come.
Right.
They work for that shit. They groom themselves for it.
Absolutely.
Out here, it's just like it's not an urgency for us blacks to learn this type of mentality.
Mm-hmm.
We learn it late in
Mm-hmm.
California. We so used to what's already going on. And I hate to say this, but it's the real.
Mm-hmm.
We so used to government assistance. We so used to selling drugs. We so used to doing stupid shit instead of being taught at a young age how to manage, how to run a business, about entrepreneurship, about buy and sell and trade.
Mm-hmm.
We wait till we in our 30s. And I'm prime example. We wait till we in our 30s to learn this shit when we should have been taught this during our teenage years.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel
What
me?
what kind of things what makes Boog happy, bro? What gives you joy? What puts you in a good mind state? What
The
how do you practice self-care? What do you do?
um
What keeps your sanity, man? Like it's everything you've explained, everybody ain't equipped for this. It takes a special kind of individual to deal with everything that you talked about. What do you do to keep from cracking? And it's a conversation that
okay,
black men
so
don't have. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, so what I enjoy, and this I had to tell my girl this. What I enjoy is being able to provide for other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoy. I enjoy spending time with my son and seeing him smile, being able to provide whatever the fuck it is that he want at this time.
Mm-hmm.
That's my enjoyment right there.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy helping the less fortunate because I used to be there. So with like the people that I staff, is a couple of them was my boys, and a couple of them is just some people I met through some people that I know, and they was in a bad position at that time. So to be able to pay them so they can provide for their family is what I enjoy most.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So at the end of the night, even if I don't make any money, I make sure all my staff is paid what they wanted or what they asked for. And for them to go home with money in their pocket, smile on their face, and having a good time, and to say, "Man, I can't wait for next week." That's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm. So what?
Now,
Go ahead.
to keep my sanity from this shit, reading books, working out, um, learning new things,
Mm-hmm.
watching seminars and reading these millionaire biopics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that would do it for me. I
Gotcha.
have no breaks, people. I get no breaks because once after this event done, I'm preparing for the next.
Speaking of which, what you got coming up next?
So this time around, I'm trying to shy away from the hip hop scene because I feel because coming back into COVID, it's too many niggas coming out.
Mm.
There's too many knuckleheads. Everybody got money. EDD, PPP, SBA, everybody got money. So in Oakland itself, it coming out now, you getting your car broken into.
Mm-hmm.
People that don't normally drink is drinking just because they have the money to drink now.
Man, I was just telling somebody about the bad part is everybody about to go triple on everything because they've been locked up. So everybody finna overdo everything. And that's, yeah, you hit the nail
Exactly.
on the head.
Exactly.
Making up for
So
lost time.
so being that it drawing a hip hop crowd is it already gives the nightlife a stigma that I want to shy away from. So what I'm doing now is I'm jumping into the R&B scene
Mm-hmm.
heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing out Nivea from from uh from what the Encore, the new BT show Encore.
Mm-hmm.
She was a well known popular R&B singer in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
She's Lil Wayne's baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
She a songwriter, and she still got music to this day that impacts a lot of relationships. A lot of females love her,
Right.
and even as males, like a few of her songs.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be her first time ever in her whole career in the Bay Area.
Mm. Classic Boog right there.
Come on, man. And D, this how you this how this will made me so happy this week, bro. This how I know I'm doing something right. I had the legendary Lil D contact me personally and invite me to the all white party.
Mm. The Boog Peso brand.
Exactly.
No,
That's exactly what
that's
he said.
yeah.
I followed your brand. He didn't say I know you or I seen you before. We shook hands, had a small talk. He said I followed your brand, little bro. I like what you're doing, and that's what I've been doing for years. I said, yeah. And I know a lot of people that know you. You legendary, and
Mm-hmm.
they told me about how lavish your parties be, how
Right.
you made all your partners dress up.
Mm-hmm.
I seen the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to bring it back.
Absolutely.
So that 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 put icing on my cake right there. I'm like, shit. If this the type of promotion or whatever the fuck, I don't know what word I'm
I
thinking
mean, but
of.
it was your confirmation. You said it best. Just you on
Yeah,
the right path. Like
yeah.
universe,
Like
when you on the right path, the
this
universe gonna
little
answer in
D.
kind.
This is the legendary Lil D.
Who I plan on having on here. I ain't even gonna give up who he is to y'all yet.
And I'm not gonna say it either. But this is the legendary Little D that reached out to me and said, "Bro, I'll follow your brand." That made me feel so like I made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just scored a Vegas event.
Right.
Shit, if I got him watching me, who's to tell who else is?
Exactly. You all about running program, man, and that's why early in the game, that's what drew me to you. I like how your program works.
Yeah,
I like being able to plug into something. I have no problem plugging in with something that's already running. Like I don't have no problem. If I gotta come in and I gotta like help you put it together, then I'm like, that's why I passed on so many other folks. Me and you already know a lot of people was like, oh, so
yeah,
what's this play in this? Why are you, bruh? Because
yeah,
I appreciate it. I respect the program.
absolutely,
It was always top notch. It's always, I never had no questions. I
absolutely.
shouldn't have to be breathing down your neck and asking you a million questions. Just let
Not
me
at
know
all.
what I
Not
need to do.
at all.
Let me fall back and play the background, and it's good. And I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Man, Boog, I appreciate you taking the time being on here, man. This is a great sit down. Man, I'm proud of you on so many different levels. I've watched the growth personally, and man, just keep shining and doing what you're doing.
shit. I'm all there. I appreciate you. Thank you for being one of the influencers in my life and help steering me in a direction that helped me better myself also, bro.
And it's all good. You just my reflection.
We got any giveaways, any backpacks or